Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Joe Gillespie, and I'm really excited to announce a segment that I'm going to call From the Desk of Joe Gillespie. A pretty amazing week this week. Today is Thanksgiving. We certainly have a lot to appreciate and have gratitude for, but it was an interesting beginning to the week. I was subject, unknowns to me, on a particular morning in Monday with a minute program where a lot of half-truths and falsities were stated. So in a week like this with Thanksgiving and the myth that's tied into that holiday of pilgrims and Indians joining each other at the table, I want to do the same thing and dispel some of those myths that are not correct and untrue that were mentioned in that particular video. And this is not going to be a highly edited, it's going to be one shoot through and as transparent and honest as I can be. The last year and a half, for those who have participated with the Shacking group, there's certainly been a difference up there. Not quite right is the way I would describe it. Now, I'd stepped away from them for the summer into the fall and took some time off, hoping they would right the ship themselves and that things could sort of clear themselves up. I was off in June and did not participate with the Vegas course. There was no course in July. And in August, I also did not participate, again by choice, in the Orlando course in Disney. So September, I went back to Buffalo for a beginning course with an open mind and open eyes. And sadly, my hopes were crushed. The lack of professionalism, in my opinion, and some poor ethical decisions, again in my opinion, made me decide that that was my last course that I would be doing with Shacking. I made some personal changes immediately afterwards, and I did hear from Dr. Todd Shacking. First time I heard from him was actually a threat. Second time I heard from him was a counter offer or an offer. I've not responded to any of those requests from him because I've since decided really to move on. So what ended up happening with the last 2 or 3 months is I have made a path for me in the future. There is no changes in my dental status in the last year and a half to relate to some of the topics and subjects he was talking about in his video. There has just been a difference in the trajectory of what I've seen in Buffalo and my expectations for companies' responsibilities and individuals' responsibilities to student dentists. So the month after that September course, I had an opportunity to attend another group's meeting. And it was really sort of a breath of fresh air, another lens with which to look through small diameter implant education. I think they did a great job. And it was different in a lot of ways, which was inspiring, nostalgic with some old friends that I was able to reconnect with and I saw there. And it really made me want to bring my head above the smog and the clouds and the smoke and get back to that clear, fine air. I did not lecture for that group. I didn't participate other than just another member in the audience that was there to learn and be educated by great educators and trainers in mini dental implants. But it did help me with a vision for my future. And that's what I'm happy to announce to you today. I had an opportunity in the last several months of negotiating with different implant groups to sign on as part owner of Implant Corporation. That's right, the Implant Corporation, the very first company that started it all in mini implants. I am part owner, and having made that agreement, I am supporting a lot of future endeavors that are much more pure and ethical than what I've been seeing in the past. In all honesty, our goal at Implant is to provide you as a company the very first mini implant ever out there. The classic, we called it a 1.8 back then, but it's now being called a 2.0 mini dental implant. Impact's first. This particular product started the entire game and, for denture stabilization, created it as standard of care. In all honesty, all of Dr. Shadkin's early research. Every one of those long-term studies on mini implants are 100% done on the Implant product because, quite frankly, Sterngold didn't exist in their current implant form, neither did Intralock. So all those research articles that establish the legitimacy of the small diameter one-piece implant are all done on Implant implants. My father had a very large role with growing that company in the past. His name's Dr. Eddie Gillespie, he's now deceased. His partner, Dr. Ron Buellard, stepped into part dental research and now has stepped back into a role with Implant, a very prominent role. So I'm happy to announce my feet falling very firmly on solid ground with my exit from Shadkin and the group there in Buffalo. I want to say there's nothing but a brilliant future ahead. We're making strategic partnerships with very ethical dentists who have been leaders in the education of small diameter implants, and for their own reasons decided to step away from Buffalo. As well as a number of other staff members and team members that have created a bit of an exodus out there, which is a symbol of what's going on behind the scenes. I stayed as long as I could until I was no longer comfortable or feeling like I was in the right spot for myself, morally and ethically. So as we move forward, I'm happy to report bye-bye myths, hello truths. We're going to bring back the curtain on who really started this whole thing, and it was Implant. It was Dr. Eddie Gillespie who introduced the mini implant to Todd Shadkin. It was Dr. Ron Buellard at the helm of Implant, and I'm happy to slide in for my family, the Gillespies, into an ownership role. I am not just a distributor of Implant. I will not buy an implant, slide it into a box with my name on the box, and distribute it and sell it to you for my piece. I will listen. I will ask questions. I will give you all the products and the support that you want and have come to expect, particularly from the best of the best. So I'm excited about this endeavor. I'm excited about the opportunity, and I'm excited to welcome you along with some huge announcements we have coming both at the end of the year, Q4 in 2023, and really exciting things are planned for 2024 with my tutelage and some very amazing fellow faculty members that are going to be revealed in a short amount of time, as well as the role that Implant will play and begin to continue to expand. At one point, Implant had 93% of the market share of mini implants. No problem getting back to numbers like that as we offer the original classic 1.8, we're now calling 2.0s, and a number of other products and features that are coming your way. Are they compatible with other systems? Yes, they are, because those systems are merely clones of the Implant design. So, drivers, wing finger drivers, wing thumb wrench, latch surgical handpiece drivers, all of those are clearly compatible with the Implant system because it was the first. It established the standard, and it is something you should add into your dental inventory. I've already had an opportunity to get in the hands of a number of clinicians, and they are so excited, not just domestically, but internationally, to get their hands back on the Implant line and have an opportunity to go back to the original, very first, started it all Implant implant brand. So, more coming. This is edition 1, episode 1 from At the Desk with Joe Gillespie, and episode 2 is coming very soon. Have a blessed and very happy Thanksgiving, and look out for our Black Friday next edition coming very shortly, obviously, as soon as tomorrow. So Dr. Gillespie signing off, and I look forward to seeing you and your mini implant cases in the very near future. Goodbye.